No, I can draw you a very simple map. I can make it very clear to you how you will find out if you are consistently going to be on the road to failure or the path to success. This is very simple to determine. Your road to failure, how often you're going to veer into failure and how much failure you're actually going to live in will be found and determined by your sleep habits. 100%. Now, we're not talking about you have to go to bed early and get up early. That's not what I'm talking about at all. You can go to bed late and get up late. Nothing wrong with that. We're talking about how often can you function on 5 to 5.5 hours of sleep? How often do you have to have 10 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep? The majority of the most hyper successful people on this planet were capable of consistently going without great levels of sleep for long periods of time. Plain and simple. I like the way that Arnold Schwarzenegger said it. He's like, well, I need 8 hours of sleep. He's like, well, then sleep a little bit faster. But if you need 8 hours of sleep all the time, 10 hours of sleep because you fucking need it, if you've got to sleep in every time you have a day off, you have to sleep in, that's time that you could have been productive. You can't sacrifice sleep, so you're never going to be successful. It's not going to happen. You're going to veer into failure more often than you're going to veer into success. Again, we're not talking about you have to go to bed early and get up early. You can go to bed late and get up late. You can go to bed early, get up 3 hours later, do some work, go to bed again. You can fucking catch 4 hours of sleep with 7 naps throughout the day. It doesn't matter. My point is how much sleep do you need in order to feel good enough to do some work? The more sleep you need, the more often you need that sleep, you're gonna veer into failure more often than not because you can't sacrifice sleep. I love the way, what's his name? Man, the motivational speaker, he's like, most of y'all won't even sacrifice sleep for success. You guys like sleep more than you like success. You're gonna consistently find that to be the habit if you need sleep all the time. Your path to success will be found in your routines. What are your routines? You have to have some kind of routine. All the most hyper successful people on this planet, even the ones that are mildly successful instead of just uber successful, even they have patterns. They have routines that they are usually maniacal about. What is your routine? If you do not have a routine, you're not going to be successful. If you have a decent routine, you'll be decently successful. If you have a very serious and very good routine that you are maniacal about, you are going to find success at some point in time. It is easy to determine whether you're going to be successful or a failure at most things, including just you in your life. Now, if you need 10 hours of sleep and you got to sleep in every time you have a day off and stuff like that, you could be mildly successful. You can hold down a job. Most of you bitch-made motherfuckers are just meant to live as workers. We need people to flip the burgers, wash the cars, plumb the toilets, build our houses, build mansions for the people that are gonna live in them. We need people that are gonna do those things. Most of you are just designed to do that. So absolutely, get your 10 hours of sleep a day. Make sure you sleep in every day you have off. Make sure you do those things because we need people that are just going to live in those kinds of lives. And if you're happy with that kind of life, more power to you. But for those of you that want real success, you're going to need to be able to give up sleep regularly and often, and you're going to need to have a very serious routine. Your routine is going to determine the level of your success. These are very easy ways, and I'm just simplifying it. I'm not saying that there are not other additive factors into going into this stuff, but the basic elements are going to be your sleeping patterns, your sleeping habits. Those are going to determine how often you find yourself in a life of failure, and your routine is going to determine how often you find yourself in a life of success. Plain and simple.